Welcome to Brainbox. So in present session we are going to discuss about Dalton's atomic theory. So first try to understand why the atomic theory is required. So the thing is to understand about the nature of atom means we know that atoms are present in the matter and different types of matter are present. So we can even understand that different types of atoms may be present. So for that, to differentiate between different types of atoms, understanding the nature of atom is required. So to explain about nature of atom, we have been come up with the Dalton's atomic theory. So what Dalton's atomic theory says. So let us try to understand the points, postulates of Dalton's atomic theory one by one. So the first point or postulate of Dalton's theory says that atoms are matter is made up of small indivisible particles, and we are calling these particles as atoms. So what the first theory or first postulate says is matter is made up of small indivisible particles, means you cannot further divide the atom, right? The smallest indivisible particle, and that particle we are calling it as atom. And now second point says that atoms of same element, atoms of if at all same element we have considered, they possess same properties. Okay, properties of elements are same if the two atoms are compiled, means two atoms of same element are compiled, then their properties remains same. And similarly, the atoms of different element, if at all we have taken atoms of different elements, and they are going to possess different properties. Atoms of different elements will be possessing different properties. This is your third postulate. So what first postulate says? Matter is made up of small indivisible particles, means you cannot further divide this particle. And next, if at all for a given element or in the given matter, if you consider any two different atoms, if they belong to the same element, they possess same properties. But if they belong to different elements, they possess different atoms. And then next, so atoms will combine. We know that very well that atoms combine. So combines to form molecules. But how they will combine? So atoms always combine in simple whole number ratio to form compounds. So how compounds will be formed? Atoms will combine in simple whole number ratio, means for example we have considered about carbon dioxide. So the CO2 in this, what is the ratio of atoms? 1:2 ratio of carbon and oxygen. So the ratio is very simple and whole number ratio. So the atoms will combine always in simple whole number ratio. But again, thing is, the atoms may be same or different atoms. So here it is not fixed or mandatory that atoms of only same element should combine or atoms of different element should combine. See, we have one example here, two different elements. One is carbon, one is oxygen. They are combining to form a compound. And even the atoms of same element also can combine. And for this, I'll give you the example P4. See how many atoms of phosphorus? 4 atoms of phosphorus combined to give one molecule of phosphorus, right? So here 4 atoms of phosphorus. Okay, and finally you have the last point, that it says that atom is the smallest particle of matter are the final indivisible particle of matter which can directly take part in a chemical reaction. So during a chemical reaction, if at all any chemical reaction is going on, during the chemical reaction, what will take part? There may be elements, molecules, or different ions, many things may be present in the matter. But whatever may be the things present in matter, what finally will take part in a chemical reaction is always atom, right? So these are the postulates of Dalton's atomic theory. So finally, look at this, what Dalton's theory proposes. Dalton's theory proposes that atom is indivisible, right? And that is the one particle which gives properties to the element. Means what it says, same element. If at all you have considered the atoms of same element, they are same in all its properties. If different elements, they are different in their properties. And atoms are the one thing which are building blocks of matter. They can combine in simple whole number ratio so that they can form compounds. And here again, during the combination, it is not mandatory for us that only same atoms should combine. Okay, different atoms can combine. And finally, atom is a particle which can directly take part in a chemical reaction. Have you looked?